Hello, everybody, and welcome to this 5D deep dive. We're very excited, October 29th, so very close to Samhain. We're in this very magical portal of energy where the veil is at its thinnest from the other side. So we have a very special episode for you tonight, and it will be around the topic of immortality. We're going to talk about the Philosopher's Stone, the Fountain of Youth, Saint Germain. So we have like multiple amazing topics for Sophie, and the cards is going to channel for us all of our amazing questions. And I took a lot of your questions from the community. So, and if you want to also send us your questions for the future episodes, do it in the community, in the Maison Jupiter Community. That's where I read all of your suggestions for the question and I take them for our future episodes. So I'm Julie from the Maison Jupiter, and I'm here with my amazing sister, the channel, the one and only Sophie. How are you, Sophie?
Hi, I'm really happy to be here, and I read a lot of your comments on those shows. So thank you everybody for commenting and interacting with those new shows that we created. And I can see from the response that it is what you want. It is what you, that kind of content that you want to have, very high in vibration. So we're going to keep doing those. And please share in the community, just like Julie said earlier, what you would like to have as question and as topics. I know for some of you it's confusing where to find a community. So I just want to say that one more time. It is the community on the website Maison Jupiter, and there is an option that is community. This is free. You can join for free. We have many places where you can ask questions and communicate with people. It's really high vibrational and fun to connect with people.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sophie. And I will put the link down in this description box below. So you can look out where to find a community and where to ask your questions. Yeah, such a good point. Thank you for all your support, your comments. We do appreciate it so much. So please take a moment to hit the like button if you didn't already. And thank you for sharing, subscribing to the channel. It really helps us into creating content like this one. So, and although I think we're going to touch on a few different aspects which are more usually associated with the more denser energy, I just want to remind everybody that the goal here, the intention for this series and this show is to empower you through wisdom and knowledge and information. So we're going to always try to raise the frequencies as much as we can, but also we want truth. We want to know what the cards have to say. Sophie is acting as a channel. She's a very good one. You're going to see if you haven't seen already. And we're going to reclaim all of this energy with the portal of Halloween, Samhain, and the Day of the Dead to empower us into connecting with our own magic and our own intuition. So that's the intention for the show. Are we ready to go, Sophie?
Yeah, I'm happy to start. And I don't know any of the questions, just like any of those shows. So I'm really excited to know what they are now.
Yeah, surprise. I love to surprise you with a lot of different questions. Okay, so let's start with our first category, which will be our life on Earth. So we know that as a soul, we're coming here to incarnate in a physical body on Earth because we are looking for a specific set of circumstances for our soul to evolve. So this is a temporary experience, of course, but we're also going to dive into the topic of immortality, which is the main topic for today. So first of all, let's start with our own existence here on Earth. And I want to say here that regarding, and I'm going to show you a little image that I found on internet. So this is the Pluto cycle. And so this is the cycle that we are experiencing from our viewpoint here on Earth. So we see that, for instance, I was born at the very beginning of Pluto in Scorpio. And Sophie too, you are Pluto in Scorpio generation. So those are the generations. And Pluto, when does it a full rotation, we're not going to see another, let's say, Pluto in Scorpio generation in our living time, unless there's a miracle, and we're going to ask the cards for that. So Pluto's cycle is about 244 years long. But before we talk about Pluto, I just want to say that the our current life expectancy, well, the average is around 80, 85 years. So this is a Uranus cycle around the Earth. So now our life expectancy is connecting in sync with the cycle of Uranus. And now that Pluto is entering Aquarius, with his, which is the home ground of Uranus, and Pluto's ruling death, DNA, life and death, being reborn, and Aquarius is being ruled by Uranus. I'm wondering if we're going to live longer than past generations, and also, are we slowly getting attuned to the Plutonian cycle of life expectancy, which is 244 years? So are we slowly, let's say,
Living longer.
Are we living longer? Are we on the path of living longer and attuning to a Plutonian cycle instead of a Uranian cycle of 80 years?
Okay, so let's see. So, but I hear multiple questions in this.
Okay, let's start with, are we going to live longer than past generations?
Okay. Not for us. The baby being born in that new era, yes.
Generation, okay.
Because we do have those cards of they're going to be able to show off, like they're going to be able to live longer. But this is us. So not in a natural way of life, but if there is science, if there is med beds, if there is anything that is coming to change this, it can. But naturally, our bodies were not meant for us to live longer. This generation that is right now is going to be able to live longer. Yes.
So by this generation right now, are we talking about the Pluto in Aquarius generation that is being born now? Yeah. Or are we also taking into consideration Pluto and Capricorn babies?
The babies being born under Pluto and Aquarius are going to have a lot of years longer.
Okay.
So yes, I know I said it right now, and we're not yet into that energy. So thank you for
reminding. Kind of, because it went into Aquarius and then it went back into Capricorn. So we're in that middle state between both. So yeah. Okay, so the next question, sorry, I don't want to cut you. I'd like to ask if, let's talk about the generation that is being born right now. So the Pluto and Aquarius generation, are they slowly attuning to a 244-year expectancy?
You know, it just said to me in my head that this is going to be for the Pisces and not for the Aquarius. They're going to be longer, yes.
Okay.
But I'm hearing something around 50 years longer, something like that is going to be positively accessible. But Pisces is going to be a lot more.
And you know what? Like Pisces is also the end of a reincarnation cycle, the end of a cycle. Pluto is that phoenix energy, also of DNA, of miracle healing. So that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Wow. Thank you so much. Okay. So next question, which is in line. How long is the human body designed to survive in optimal conditions right now?
Okay, I'm just going to start with the oracle cards, and then we can add some tarot cards if we need. The first thing is that it says mystery. It says the wonder of you. With the card, it says investigation, mystery, and silence. And then we have pause. So it says that the answer is known. The answer is longer than what we see, because we do see here that the life is being like shut out of the external force. Then we have government and we have touch of evil. So you know what I'm saying here.
Yeah, we're being bombarded with so many toxins in the food, in the air, in the water, energetically speaking. So yeah, everything is like working against us right now.
and our nervous system is being shut through sound, pollution, and everything. So yeah. And then we have trying to get to you with the card of receiving, which I feel it is more off-world energy. So I'm just going to take 3 cards for this. Yeah, we have the Star, Ace of Cups, and the Six of Cups. So it's interesting that we have those because the Star is one of the card of off-worlders.
Yeah.
And this for me means that there is a way that off-worlders can bring to us to have a longer life accessible to us. And it's already there right now, but we do have government being able to control that.
Okay. So question, because you're talking about off-world helping us to live longer, are we talking about technology? Are we talking like med beds, like advanced medical and also frequency healing? Are we talking about hybrids, like the merging of different races together? Or like a knowledge that allows us to live longer?
We are talking about, yes, something that would be like med beds, but it's the main focus here because there's many techniques. Apparently, the main focus here is detoxing. It's just detox.
Yeah.
So I have the Judgment card, which is really interesting, right in the middle, where it's raising the death. So it's where you think that it would be the normal ending of your life. This is or cell. Your cell could be at the end of their. I don't know how you say that, but your cell could be. Am I attempting that word? No, I'm not. So
resurrecting? No.
Rejuvenated.
Rejuvenating, yeah, it's a word.
Yeah, I know it's a word. I just didn't know if I had a capacity of saying that. So your cells and yourself could be that word again through new technologies. But I say technology, it's just because we don't have the optimal circumstances that in nature and around us right now to be in this optimal life. But if we didn't have all of this chaos, we would not need that to live longer right now.
So it seems like one of the key ingredients or key element is to purge and detox on a regular basis because we're being around so many toxins. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And when I ask about this, I'm getting the 5 of Swords, which is for me a lot of chaos in this question, Page of Cups, and 7 of Wands, which is defense. This Page of Cups has a very weird, because that's the Halloween one, has the skeleton of the fish right there. So for me, it's just a reminder that what we are eating, what we are hearing, the chaos of our life, the rhythm, everything is just to add pressure on our body. So the key word in this is detoxing, natural life, natural food, natural places. If you can live in a place that is in nature, this is helping us to live longer naturally without any outside off-world circumstances and help.
Okay. And because like it's really good to surround ourselves with the best circumstances, food, environment, frequencies. But can we ask the cards, what is the value of, like, how much do we need to detox? Let's say fast or do a juice cleanse or like a parasite detox, go in a sauna, do hot yoga, any kind of like practice that allows you to get rid of parasites and toxins. Is like, how important is that in the big picture?
I would say extremely, because it's about everything. The exercises that you just mentioned are good, but it's also about what you're watching, what you're eating, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and everything. So I'm saying this because we have the moon right there. So this is our fear. This is our lymph symptoms. For me, at least that's how I'm reading this. Our lymph symptoms, our nervous system. This is just what is going on beneath the surface that is affecting us with our emotions. And in this, we have a lot of skeletons and tombstones, and the monster is really big in the water. So with this, for me, this is a lot of detox of fluoride and everything in your water, that you are taking care of yourself, that you take energy healing for yourself, that you treat your life really good with this, so that you're mindful of everything that is around you, your thought process.
So meditating, like let's say on a more spiritual, energetic level, is also a way that we can reset our mental, the mental realm of our
Yeah.
body also.
Yeah, so meditation, if you know that you are taking something and you catch yourself thinking about something negative, just say 3 times something positive, or like we do before every show, we take the water, we say something positive, we drink it. So just use the positivity, those things in consideration in your life. And we have the last card is 9 of Wands, exhaustion, and again, a kind of a protection. We do have this wall of protection here. So I would say that the best thing, if it's possible, is to live outside of the big cities. It's to we know that there is a lot of pollution a bit everywhere. So to be choosing your battles with what you can do, energy versus resources versus what you know. Not
Yeah.
everybody will be able to do everything perfectly, but if
Yeah.
you have a garden, if you are able to take care of your needs and relax and treat your mind, body, and soul, this is what you can do the best to live longer.
Yeah. Wow. And I feel like it's so accurate when you say like everybody will have a different set of circumstances. So you do the best you can. It's impossible to be 100% perfect and not have any toxins, not have any let's say lower frequency enter your field. It's impossible. So I'm guessing like if you live in a city and you have no choice, well, we always have a choice, but you know what I mean? Like it's the best choice for you right now. I guess like do sauna, detox even more on a regular basis, meditate in order for you to reset your mind, body, and soul like as much as you can. Wow. Okay. Love it. Okay. So following question. So let's say our life expectancy right now is around 80 years, 85 years, something like that. I'm thinking that it might be supporting the soul's evolutionary process, because maybe we chose here to incarnate here in this time on Earth in order to learn a lesson that is being learned that is fitting well into that 85 years. So is our current life expectancy helping the soul evolution process? Is it part of why we chose to incarnate here on Earth? Because let's say if we were immortal beings or living 500 years on Earth, maybe we wouldn't choose this incarnation here on Earth for a specific set of what we're here to learn.
So they're a bit cryptic at the moment. So I will take the second row, because what they are giving me right now can change with the second row. And what they're giving me right now is that some souls didn't know that it was going to be a long incarnation when they are stepping in that life, because it's a big commitment. It's a very big commitment.
In my head, I thought like 85 years was a short commitment compared to, let's say, on other planets if they live like 200, 2000 years.
And time doesn't exist. So that's why I'm really like, I'm going to take this second row just to see why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get it. So when we have incarnation of 80 years and something like that, it says that basically it's, I don't know yet, but I will just go with what they are giving me. It says that it's very feminine energy life to have that kind of incarnation. So it says that to have that kind of 80, around 80, 85, let's say, incarnation life, it brings you to a place of receiving more, being in a place of more patience and compassion for some reason. That's the kind of That's the kind of lesson that those souls have chosen. And let me know if that makes sense for you, because I'm just reading what they are saying, but this is not coming from me.
Okay.
And it says that not everybody likes that kind of life. That's what I was getting before with this first row. It's coming again with that second row. Not every soul likes that kind of life. And I'm guessing that the 80-85 life, this is right now, this is their expectancy right now. Maybe they're more talking about this shift, Capricorn, and that shift versus the energy of balancing feminine and masculine energy. A long time in history it has been more masculine on Earth, so maybe this is why we have this energy of feminine energy. And this is a big commitment, because it's not what souls that are incarnated on Earth mainly are known for, or that are the best at it. Or this is a big commitment, maybe also because the system is not there. But the interesting part is that some of them didn't know, so it's really strange.
So I think you're picking up, like you said, on the what you call like the feminine energy type of life expectancy. I think is more like the longer one that we're stepping into, because it makes sense now. Like if you're living 250 years, it makes sense that you have to have more patience. You have like time is very different, I'm guessing, because it doesn't have to always happen boom 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 super fast, like now, like we are so limited with time that like I'm 40 years old now, and I feel like 40 years old passed so quickly. So if you want to achieve something, you have to be like doing, and like if you want to get somewhere in your career, if you want to have kids, like you're so rushed. So let's say if you have a 250 years incarnation, it gets so different. It makes sense what you're saying.
Good. I'm glad. I think also that we don't know when this shift is going to be 100% there in the society too. We may have to be under both for a moment, like an hybrid between Capricorn and at first. So let's say for some example of things that can require you to be more patient is that finding love it can be at 70 years old now if you're living 200 years old. So it could be that if we are still having this 9 to 5 thing in their society, it could be that now when you want to retire, you have to be 185. I mean, it could be that kind of what those souls didn't know.
Imagining like we still have a 9 to 5 Capricornian society, which I highly doubt. But
me too. But I'm just making examples of a few things that you may need to have more patience.
Wow, this is fascinating. Let us know in the comments below what you think about that. Okay.
Oh, one last thing. Sorry, I didn't see this one. Love life. If you spend 200 years with someone, I hope it's the right one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm guessing that it's a whole other experience.
Yeah.
Because people here are like, oh, when you spend like 50 years with someone, it's big. So maybe you have more than one long-term partner.
Maybe.
When you get there. Interesting. Okay, next one. I'm wondering, so this is an image that I found on the internet, which talks about the most, what's the word? Spread out. Yeah, spread out type of blood according to like what region of the world you are. So the more, the most, what's the word that I'm looking for? My brain today. So the most popular, I guess, is O+, where you see the dark red. And like here you have like the little breakdown by country of different blood types. But this is not the main point that I wanted to make here, but just to support the next question, does the nature of our blood determine our life expectancy?
Oh, okay. I guess
So we
they're
know that Europeans usually have a longer life expectancy, but it's also because I believe they have less toxins in their food and stuff. But they see that they're mostly A positive, whereas like the most spread out blood is O positive in the rest of the world.
yeah, they have a lot less of chemicals that are accepted in their food. Yes. Okay, let's look.
So does the nature of our blood determine our life expectancy, or is it a key factor?
You know, there's more than just the blood. It says that the lifestyle is a lot, it's impacted a lot too. So the lifestyle is there. In terms of, we had a kind of vacation in summer. So we do need to have a lot of sunlight. We need to have a lot of relaxation with that kind of vacation. So let's see, what do we have here? And I think, let me know in the comments if you come from that kind of country, but I think you have, with your 9 to 5 job, I think you have a lot more vacation that, let's say, in the US or even Canada. So this card of vacation is mixed with the card of balance. So this is very, and it says balance literally on this card of temperance. So it talks a lot about relaxation, and we have the sun right there on top of the card of future. What else do we have in terms of the blood?
Because it's interesting. I just noticed that Japan in North Korea has a majority of A positive. And I believe Japan is where you see the longer life expectancy in the world. So it's interesting that it seemed to be correlated with the blood, but let's see what the cards are saying.
It is, but not in a way that I was expecting it at all. It is, but in a way of, just like in our last shows, if you haven't watched them, go watch them, because it's really, everything is linked together from the beginning. I don't know how, but it is. So it seems that it's not just about the blood, but how they, when I say they, people being able to take decisions and change stuff, it's how they are targeting people. So I'm trying to watch my words, so that's why I'm taking my time with this. But we do see that there is a level of understanding of the effect of what is being put out there.
Yeah,
and
like
where
with the chemtrails, with the viruses, with everything that is targeting a specific population. Yeah,
and the food.
and the food.
So if you're a large country with a lot of people and your policy is that you don't need a lot of workers, or your policy is that it's cheaper elsewhere, we don't need that kind of population, you're going to see probably with those cards less balance with good nature. When I say good nature, even a rain apparently is super toxic. So good balance.
Can you repeat?
The rain, the natural rain. It has aluminum and everything in it, so it's really toxic now.
Yeah.
So you're going to see in the country where it's not to their advantage to have a lot of people in it, that there is going to be policies that are targeting the blood type. So the blood type is targeted differently.
Oh, it makes sense, but it's like the other way around.
Yeah.
So, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, and we have another show on the 5D news that we talk about blood types. Go watch this. It's very, very interesting. And DNA, it's the one about DNA, I believe. Okay, another very interesting question. So we have a member of the community, Leanne Poltney, who asked a question, and we had that also on our question. So this is a really good one, Leanne. She says, I would love to hear what the cards have to say regarding cremation versus natural burial. Cremation has always felt dark to me, but I know many people choose it. And side note, it's super interesting because our dad, when he passed, he talked to me before that multiple occasions that for him it was very, very important that he was buried, and he was really scared of the fire. He didn't want that, and I thought that was very funny because he has always been very, very spiritual, but it's the only thing that for him like was very important materially speaking. And I said to him, like, who cares? You're gonna be dead, so who cares about the body? Like, you're not gonna feel the fire. And he's like, no, I don't know, but there's something about that for me, it's important. So he's like, please respect me. And I was like, of course, I will. And we did. But okay, so the question for the card, Sophie, would be, does burial, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, does burial or cremation affect you when you get to the afterlife?
So the way I just filled the cards, and we have the devil card. I'm just going to take 3 cards for burial, so it's going to be clear for the energy, and then 3 cards for cremation. Awesome. So, but the devil card says yes, there is a difference. So we're going to check.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so let's see. And I'm going to use your beautiful brain, Julie, and this too.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, so the first one we have mute. So I'm going to start with not
burial.
Yeah. And which deck for these? Because I don't feel that this energy is going to be good with those. Okay. Porcupine is good.
Porcupine deck it is.
The devil reverse. I switched deck, guys. We still have the devil card.
Wow.
And they're mainly upright, so I have to take it reverse. Every time I'm seeing it, they're upright, but I pick reverse ones. So page of wands.
Okay.
They're all upright. Ace of sword reverse.
So it seems like it's a big question. We have aces and we have a major arcana.
With mute. And the mute and the ace of sword reverse, they're really going together in this too. So with this one, I would say that, and let me know, Julie, what you're saying with this too, because there's a lot of energy around the questions. I would say that this one is not bad because the devil reverse, for me, it's a good, positive card. When we have it reversed, it means for me the releasing of the fears. We just talked about it with our dad fearing, like it was a very big topic, like fearing to be hurt or feeling anything.
And he was not religious, because I know some religions are supporting more of the burial because of religious reason, but he was not. So I found this very interesting.
Yeah. So it feels like it is more about those kind of people who are fearing that kind of pain or unknown. So the burial for me, because of the page of wands being reversed, which the page of wands, I'm really seeing this as outside of your comfort zone. And with this devil reverse, I feel this is something that is known, but there's something wrong with those two. There's something wrong with this. It's almost like I'm seeing this as, it's going to sound bad, so I'm going to take one more card, but it's another test of, have you passed your fears? Have you went with this with the burial and then face your fears of what your body was going to feel during those moments of cremation?
Okay. Let's maybe pull cards for cremation and then we'll be able to compare.
Sure, let's do it. That's intriguing cards.
Very intriguing. Because also I have questions later on, so I don't know if we might get into those questions, because I'm wondering if it affects the reincarnation cycle.
I think it is, just based on the fact that if you are, I think it depends on the intentions. I think it depends on the intention of why you were buried and why you were cremated too. Okay. That is playing a role with this. So if you're doing this out of a fear of something, or a wealth reason, to know that somebody that wants to maybe pay the more, because of the devil being reversed, maybe someone I wanted to have the best looking casket or being buried with tons of things like the mummies and everything. So
Hmm.
let's see, cremation. We have, are you lonesome tonight? Return. Okay, that's an interesting word. Return, regret, and missing. Porcupine is going to be good. Cremation. King of Swords, upright. The Star, reverse. And the World, upright. This is
Okay, I think I know. I think it has to do with the reincarnation cycle.
yeah.
It seems like you get stuck in the loop if you're cremated. Like you have to reincarnate on Earth over again.
Yeah.
While if you're doing the burial, you might have more free will. I'm feeling like the devil reversed. Or you might get an option not to, depending on where you are in your
Depends on
soul's
the
evolution.
intentions.
Can we ask if being buried allows you to have more free will for your next incarnation?
Yeah, and I'm going to do a quick one after just to see what is the optimal way of dealing with the body after death. So what was your question? If it gives you more free will to be buried?
Yeah, if we have the burial, is it allowing more free will in order for the next incarnation?
There's something really wrong with those questions because the cards are just super cryptic with this. We have suspicion, red flag, this is paralyzed, and caution and red flag. And then we have this card of being lucky, and this is people picking up money on the floor, abundance. So with this free will question, it depends really on, like I said, this paralyzed, did you do it by fear or did you do it because of the money? There's really something strange with this. I'm going to ask the question, what are we supposed to do with the body after death? And I think it's going to just connect the
What's
dots.
the highest frequency solution to like help the afterlife process?
And if you are watching and you understand what is the message, please share with us because it takes a village.
It really takes a community to decipher those cards sometimes.
Yeah, it's especially around afterlife and things like that. Sometimes we're not meant to know. So I have to go around way more of blockages. So what is the highest frequency way of dealing with body after the passing? Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to say it before I forget, and then I will show the cards. So what it says basically, it's that it's linked with the people around that are dealing with this and how they are reflecting their intentions on how the body is being treated. Also, in the will, if there is something specific for a reason and it's bad intentions, it affects the karma. So it doesn't matter how you're dealing with it because there is multiple tradition and multiple way of seeing this as proper and an homage and something that is very high frequency. And for another culture would be something like really horrible to do to your loved ones. So the frequency of the people that are dealing with the body afterwards and their intent with the body and how it is actually affecting a lot because we are normally, if you're dealing with a body after a passing, it means that you're normally around this person a lot and a soul of family. Yeah. So it means that you're getting reincarnated with them, possibly, most likely. So it affects you and them and your karma together.
To respect their will, but also to have like the best intentions for them. Yeah, it makes sense because I have a friend who lost her father and he loved doing skydiving. So what they did is that they did like a ceremony in a balloon. Is that what we call it? Montgolfière, in a balloon. And they gave like
hot air balloon.
A hot air balloon, thank you. And they spread the ashes and it's illegal, but whatever. in the wind, but they had like a whole ceremony around it, and I felt like a lot of positive energy surrounding that, because it was really like to honor what he liked to do, and so that makes a lot of sense.
But if the person is afraid of heights, don't do it. I'm just going to show the cards because I said I was gonna, and we're going to go with the next one.
Yeah, because we have a whole other topic to touch.
I know. And we should do those shows longer, but you have to catch them all because we have a ton of questions prepared for everybody. So sum this topic, I don't see that there is a difference for each situation for burial versus cremation. I think it's the intention of the person respecting their will and to do the best. Otherwise, it's karma, karma, karma.
Okay, interesting. So, okay, and then we're gonna talk about immortality and philosopher's stone and everything. But just before we do it, I just wanted to share with you that we have a very special announcement. We're gonna launch a very special course tomorrow on October 30th. But we wanted for you to be the first one to know. So we're going to launch Sophie's second tarot course. So this is Tarot Level 2, where she teaches all about the minor arcana. So the first one, Level 1, was all about the major arcana. So the 22 major arcana. And this is about completing your knowledge and being able to do full spreads for any question you have, and be able to also help other people with their own journey, their own path, their own choices, and your own. So I think this is a beautiful portal of energy to launch this, because we are in the portal of energy where the veil is at its thinnest. And we are also able to get some support from our past lives, our ancestors, our spirit team, to tap into our own intuition. And I think tarot is, for me, the most powerful way to tap into my intuition. And I use it daily for very trivial questions sometimes, but it helps a lot. And also, at the same time that we're launching this, we have a special 50% off launch discount. So don't miss this. The code is MAGIC50. I will put the link down below. And also, we'll have a special package if you didn't do the Level 1, the major arcana. So we're going to have a special package Level 1 and Level 2 at a very special price. So I think this is the perfect time to embark on a magical journey to tap into your scorpionic part of yourself, to be able to tap into all the magic that you have within yourself. Sophie, anything to add to this beautiful course?
The minor arcanas are my favorite. So I'm so excited that this is out, because I learned through channeling. I learned a lot with the minor arcana. They are so fun to work with. They are more relatable. They are more about the day-to-day things, and they add so more. So if you are only reading with the major arcana, the minor arcana are going to up your game and really give you a lot of new meanings. And I just want to say a special thank you to my sister. Even though I'm doing the videos, she's working so hard for you to get the best product out. So thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And Sophie, have a beautiful way to teach, because a lot of people here in this community and in general are visual. So you're teaching them very simple visual clues about how to read different tarot decks, and be able to really spot information and listen to your intuition in this process. So this is all about empowerment. This is all about tapping into this part of yourself that already knows. And you're doing it so well. So I want to thank you also. And I wanted to add something here. I can't remember, so I'll remember later.
But on what you just said, so yes, the Level 1 and Level 2, the major arcana and the minor arcana, what they are about this technique is, if you don't want to use all of the keywords, you don't have to. You can only use the pictures and the keys visual on it. And if you want to add some of the keywords gradually, you can. If you want to do both, go do it. I will teach it by many different ways. where you don't have to struggle to remember 100 keywords for each card. You can go back from time to time and add on to what you know. And this is easier to learn this way, and fun because you can use any deck and have meanings that sometimes Julie watch me do the tarot and she says like, where did you get that? And just it just comes. So yeah,
it opens up space for you to tap into your own intuitions, which is the empowerment part about tarot. And what I wanted to say is that you said about people only using the major, which is a great start. But I think if you add the minor arcana to your own practice, it adds so much depth to it, because now you can have the contrast of, let's say you're pulling for an event, like let's say for instance one of the question, if we only get major arcana, then we know like it's a big deal question. If we get more minor arcana, then we know, oh, okay, there's more free will involved, like we can change the outcome. So I think like adding the two together, it adds so much more layers and information, the quality of information. Well, I'm very excited for that. Well, okay, now we're gonna talk about immortality. This is all connected with Samhain, as you can see, the Day of the Dead. Let's first ask questions about the Philosopher's Stone. So they talked about it in Harry Potter. It's like a concept that's been around for a long time. If we look on internet, they're going to say it's an actual object that allows you to transform metals into gold. So it's let's say the concept of alchemy is present in the Philosopher's Stone, but like it's like, let's say, the Holy Grail, the Fountain of Youth. We're unsure if it's an actual thing, if it's an actual material object, or are we talking more about something on the metaphysics side of things? Is it more like an alchemical process that is more energetic, that is beyond the physical realm? So my question would be, is it an actual object, physical object, or is it more like a concept?
It's a concept. It's a concept. So I have the Queen of Wands, 2 of Cups, and 5 of Cups. It says that there is multiple objects that can be, that some people can be confused and think that this is the actual one, but they are false. And it says that it's a concept, but it says that coming together as one can create this. So a community, a ceremony, something can be, I'm sorry?
Alchemy is the process of coming together and as one.
There you go. There you go. That is creating this. It's this card. What I'm hearing in this question is, it breaks the matrix when we are doing a certain ritual, coming together and doing the right things at the right moment. It breaks the matrix and it creates something that is creating gold.
Okay. And since we're not talking about, I'm assuming, physical gold, what is gold? Is it, I'm not going to give you examples. What is this gold that we're talking about here?
So we have the spirituality with the teacher here, which is the Hierophant. We have 3 of Pentacles and we have the Moon. It talks about the ultimate knowledge over time and over lifetime also. So the optimal, and I don't know your list. I don't know if this is on there, but this is what I'm getting, is open up to the knowledge of the universe and the knowledge of your own past life, the knowledge of others people's past life, the knowledge of all the technology, what came before, what didn't came before, all of it.
Yeah, and like when you dive into the metaphysics and like how energy works and how the universe is constructed, like you have access to so much more, which is that gold that we're talking. Wow. Okay. Next question. The Fountain of Youth. Is there any truth to the legend of the Fountain of Youth? Is it real?
It's
Or is
screaming
it
at me, yes. Oh, sorry.
What did you say?
I said that it's screaming at me, yes.
That it's real. That is like actually physical.
I don't know if it's a physical place, but it says that it exists.
Okay. Can we ask the cards if it's something physical? If it's an actual fountain.
Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Devil. It's something that we can create. Yes, it's something that we can. Is it an actual fountain? Is it an actual location? I don't. It says yes, but I don't think
Wow.
there is just one. I think there is multiple. So I have to show you the cards, and then I will go with the full explanation of what I'm seeing with this. Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Devil, Four of Swords, the High Priestess. So with this, it says that any fountain can become a fountain of youth. There is some kind of way that we can go about this and remake that liquid. So there is multiple. When I say multiple, it's not like thousands, but maybe, I don't know, under 25, let's say, that are existing right now in the world that people can use this. But it's the process of recreating that liquid that needs to be done.
And how does this liquid become magical, have special properties of rejuvenation?
I'm afraid to look, but let's see. Two of Cups, Eight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the Empress, 10 of Cups, and the last one is the Strength reverse. So it's something that has changed a lot over the years. And as I'm saying this, the card that I took while I was saying this is the card of the Wheel of Fortune. So it has changed a lot. I have to say, yeah, it's not something that is natural. It's not something that is like herbs and remedies. And it's something that comes from, yeah, I think that is the substances that we cannot say the word now.
Okay.
You
Talking
know,
about that substance, we're just going to give clues for people here watching to understand what we're talking about. So we're talking about something that is being harvested from the dark cold here on Earth, and that has a lot of value, and that we know that a lot of celeb people love because it gives them a youthful appearance. And we're really hoping that this is the end of this traffic right now, and all of what's being exposed in the music industry in Hollywood is also being awakening a lot of people to the existence of this substance. So let's call it the dark side substance for the show. Okay, my next question. When I was watching the movie Dune, and I'm sure a lot of you have watched this movie, which in my opinion is very good, especially I really love the remake by, and I'm going to forget his name, but that was really good. Okay, so during the Dune movie, they talk a lot about like how all the different star system and planets in the galaxy and the multiverses are all, let's say, looking to possess the planet where the spice is being extracted. So that gives them like power over all of the other planets, all over other star systems. So who controls the production of spice and the extraction of spice within this planet, like, is very powerful in the galaxy or the universe. So is the spice in the Dune movie a metaphor from this dark side substance here on Earth?
It says yes. but it's a special one. So there is apparently grades, from what I can tell from the cards. There is grades of quality and for different prices and different needs. And the younger it is, the higher the price is. So we have the card of baby, let's play house. So baby, we have that's all right, mama. So in the stomach. We have the card of sex, so really very early on in the process. And then we have this card that I'm going to not say. And then we have this creation.
Okay. And can we ask, like, is something changing, positively speaking, about this traffic? Is something about to change about the traffic of this?
Okay, let's ask if there is something changing, because the first card was touch of evil. Let's ask if there is going to. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. The first card is bridge over troubled water, guardian angel, support and help.
Yay.
Then we have the card of the Fool in this, which is the card of taking a risk. This is the leap of faith, receiving help. And then we have masking. So it's going to be a long process because a lot of people are hiding their identity, but this is all going to stop.
Yay. So please help us into sending your energy for this very awful traffic to stop, so that we can regain the power of humanity within our own creation hands. Okay, next topic I would like to talk about is reincarnation. And I have an image here to support here, which is what is it? The wheel.
Tibetan wheel?
Yeah, I think it's the Tibetan wheel of, is it incarnation? Anyway, let us know in the comments below. But it really resembles the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot cards. So it's really talking about this cycle of going from one incarnation to another. My question for the cards, are we stuck in a reincarnation loop once we incarnate on Earth?
Oh, I like your question. No. It says no, but it says you have to it says you have to make a lot of effort and
to go out of it.
To communicate everything and to clear all of the cords, all of the connect of the karma you have with everybody. But we do have clarity. We have the card of stop, and then we have those. I'm going to take 2 cards. Yeah, no, it's a no. We're not stuck. It's just that you need to, you're not stuck.
You need to make conscious efforts into clearing the karma.
You need to be the bigger person in a lot of your situation also. Yeah.
Okay, interesting, because I have heard a lot from the spiritual community, many different sources, that it seems like once you incarnate on Earth, it's like a giant magnet that it's harder to incarnate anywhere else. So you get stuck there until you resolve all the karma that you have. So also having children creates a lot of karma and a lot of attachment. So you have to really work on it more consciously. And the theory there in the community is that a lot of souls, maybe less evolved souls, have been stuck in this reincarnation loop on Earth because like they don't get the lesson, or also there might be also something bigger like a grid superimposed on Earth to keep the lower frequency here, so that they keep reincarnating. So that's why also it slows down the evolution process, because let's say it's harder for a high frequency to be infused in this cycle of people reincarnating and having the same lessons over and over and not really understanding what to do different to get out of this.
For sure. Yeah, this is really very tough. It's not for the weakest. This is really tough. But if you're watching, you're already part of the people that has the most tools and open mind to do the things that are being required for you to get out of it.
Yeah, definitely. So my question is this issue with the reincarnation loop. Is it the reason why many star seeds were sent here right now to infuse higher frequency without going until in the same loop, to infuse higher frequency and free the earth-bound souls?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just looking at the cards after this, and this frequency. We have Dracula, which is what is draining our energy. We have the card of grief following. We have the fear of lack. We have nostalgia, which is somebody hanging on to something very tightly. And then the next card after this is the Troll Chakra card. Don't ask me why, but this is the card. So this is very much about freeing our souls of all of the junk that has been added over the lifetimes, to free from many fears and to free ourselves from many things. You still have to do the work. You cannot wait that somebody will get this, but you may have an easier process if you start those things, to get those things out of your energy field and to tap in your throat chakra communication. Because we saw Troll Chakra in the card of communication, this is not a mistake. We saw that you need to communicate better. It's towards yourself and others to get out of this loop.
Wow, well, that is fascinating. So many of you here are here to change the scenario, to help infuse higher frequencies, and help the people that are earthbound, the earthbound soul, into acting differently this time around and freeing themselves from the earth matrix. Woo! I feel like we covered a lot of very fascinating information. Thank you so much, Sophie. And of course, this amazing oracle here is available for consultations. If you'd like to book one-on-one with her, she is amazing also with personal question and any kind of questions. I ask a lot of business questions sometimes, and like very 3D questions, and she's really the best. And I feel like you give like so much like detailed answers, which help us make decisions and also navigate those energy in the best way. So if you'd like to book your one-on-one consultation with Sophie, you can do so on maisonjupiter.com. Please don't forget to use Jupiter as your discount code to get 10% off your next reading. And you'll have the choice between the 1-hour tarot reading and the 1-hour past life reading, depending on what's your focus for this session. Thank you so much, Sophie. That was awesome. If you did enjoy this show, of course, don't forget to give it a like, to share to some people who might be interested in that content, and also to subscribe to the channel. So thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next one. Well, we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday. We have a Halloween special. It will be disguised. Is that the word? Costume? We'll have like something special for Halloween. And then we'll see you also on Thursday for the 5D news show, which don't miss, is going to be an amazing one. Thank you so much, everybody. Sending you much love, and bye-bye.